Hello everyone and welcome back to Bear the Goods. On this channel we discuss everything it means to be a good man and more importantly what it means to be a good person. Usually by dissecting people's abysmal decisions that they decide to then post on the internet and discussing how we can do better by learning from their choices. And for today's topic we have bad parenting. So we're going to be looking at 3 fathers who made terrible decisions that negatively reflected or impacted their children in some way, shape, or form. And we're going to talk about really what we could be doing better. If you like what you see, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that little hype button. I don't know if I have it, but if I do, please hit it. It helps the channel out a lot. And let's dive right in.
What happened, Earl? How the heck are you feeling?
My car wheel sucks.
Well, because it sucks. You need to do better. You heard me say that? You heard me say that? Okay, let me see if it got real. Can you show me? Let me see if it got better, okay?
I don't know what to do. Small one.
Wait from her. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm sure it's going to be great.
So I would like to tackle this in 2 ways. First one, let's assume that this is just satire. He made this video up, he convinced his daughter to cry on camera so he can post it and get a lot of views. One, that's terrible parenting anyways, because you're teaching your child to be an immense attention seeker for the sake of gratification by way of other people, which means she no longer has the self-confidence in herself to continue through life. She needs other people to like and want her for her to feel that level of comfort and security and self-confidence. 2, it just makes him look like a shitty dad, which I don't know if that's his point. Maybe that's his whole gimmick on his channel, if it is satire. But that's just a terrible example is set for the kid. Because now they're going to learn from you. This is a way to make income. Be a shitty person on the internet. Why would we want to promote and progress that? Now that we got that part out of the way, let's discuss this as if it's real, and this is just something that he thinks he's in the right about as far as parenting goes. Something that really caught me off guard is him saying in the beginning of the video, like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Is it because I said your cartwheels suck? It's because they do suck. Like, he's not backing down, he's doubling down. He doesn't want to admit that he was wrong there, that he made her feel bad, that he made her cry. He's probably a little bit bothered by her crying, actually. It's probably not affecting him as a parent in the way of, oh, I want to take care of my child, but it's bothering him in the sense of, why is this kid crying? This is such this is such an annoying part of my day. This is taking time away from what I want to be doing to deal with this. So I'm going to film it now as like a form of retribution so I can put it up online and show people that you're being ridiculous and that I'm in the right. And more than that, it caught me so far off guard because as a father and a coach of martial arts and other people, when I talk to anyone who is going through struggle and not doing something right or having difficulty with a particular action or activity or whatever it is, you immediately want to address, okay, here's what you're doing right, here's what we're doing wrong, and then here's how we can do it better. Or let's figure it out together. If we're on the same journey of, I don't know what's happening, let's fix it. But you never put them down like that. Hence, as a good parent and a good father, you need to strengthen your children's resolve. Don't tell them that they suck at this thing. Tell them how they can get better. Show them a good example. Do it with them. Learn together if you don't know how to do it. That's what makes a good parent. Someone who educates and brings up and encourages to do better. Now that video is more of a direct action towards your child. This is something you are doing something to them as a parent, a poor decision that is going to negatively impact them. This one that we're going to watch right now is what happens when there's a complete disregard of the child.
Zach, he's sleeping.
Huh?
Stop.
In here, you said he was sleeping? Not a problem. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. My fault.
So now after watching that and reading the captions on screen, let's go into a little bit of why I'm saying it's a complete disregard of the kid. So for whatever reason, this guy's upset, right? And he's throwing stuff around, he's having a tantrum, which by the way, your parents didn't educate you well enough or teach you well enough how to control your emotional state, so your response to stress or discomfort is to act like a toddler. That is just heinous. So heinous. That's a word I haven't used since I was back in the ROTC in high school. That's years ago. This guy's making me think of words that I haven't heard in years. because of how bad his behavior is. So by throwing those sheets around, by creating more noise, creating chaos in the household, he's waking up the kid, which she's concerned about. She's a good parent, worried about the health and wellness of her child. And he's only concerned with, how do I spite her? Doesn't matter what they're fighting about. His concern is, how do I get back at her? Oh, she just found concern with this thing I did because it's going to upset her. It's going to also affect the kid, which is why she's upset. But more importantly, it affected her. It upset her. So I'm going to keep doing that. His response is to neglect his child for the sake of spiting his wife or girlfriend or whoever that is in his life. So he goes around throwing kitchen utensils and pans or whatever it is to make a lot of noise, blowing a whistle like we saw on screen, all for the sake of saying fuck you to that woman, but is also saying fuck you to that child. And the bottom line is he just doesn't care about that kid. When your parents act like this, if you have parents or parental figures who act like this, they don't care about you. They care about themselves and only themselves. They cannot empathize, or they refuse to empathize with anyone else around them. You're an inconvenience, a tool or weapon to be used against someone else who may care about you. Because that's what this is. She is upset or worried about the kid, so he is weaponizing that and getting back at her by making noise and ruckus and, again, chaos in a way that's going to affect the kid. So, a good man is well in control of his emotions and actions and does not act like a tantruming toddler because he isn't getting his way about something. And B, he's not going to put himself above his kid. He's not going to put his own wants or upset in front of the needs of his children. They come first. Now, for our last example today, we are discussing about actions that indirectly negatively impact the child. Meaning that this man, if you can even call him that, did something that is now going to indirectly negatively impact. So it's not an action towards the kid. It's an action that was done in the presence of the child, thus showing him, because dad's doing it, that it's an okay thing to do when it's not. And he's going to carry that with him throughout his life because of it. Let's check it out. So there's unfortunately not a lot of context here, written on screen at least, but I think we can decide really quickly what's happening. We have a SpongeBob themed cake. We have what looks like to be some party accoutrement around the area. It's clearly a party, likely a birthday party for the young man in the middle. He's got his parents on either side of him. He's smiling, he's happy. It's supposed to be a good day. Now there is a second cake, which the father's holding, and I can't imagine why it would be there, if not just maybe for other people to eat if there's extra, but because of the way he uses it to smash into his wife or girlfriend or whoever's face next to him, I imagine he probably got that second cake just for that purpose. And I want to make it very clear, this is also a little bit of that whole selfish thing that we talked about in the last clip, where his idea, his want, came before his kid. It's about his kid right now. It's his own party. He's supposed to be enjoying himself. Let him have all the fun. Let him be the center of attention. But this man can't do that. He has to steal the spotlight. And how does he choose to do it? He frames it as an action or like a prank that's supposed to be fun and socially acceptable at parties. He takes the cake and he fucking smashes it into that girl's face, that woman's face, and fucking drills that shit in too. I'm cursing a lot because it's so goddamn stupid. Wriggles it around, takes extra pieces and dumps it on top of her head. And really, I think the caption at the top is giving us a pretty good idea. Now, I personally wouldn't say hate. I would say a complete disregard for you, a lack of care for you. You are a tool for his amusement. But putting that all to the side, why does it negatively impact the kid? Indirectly. Well, one, he's not getting his own face smashed in, so it's not an action happening to him. But two, the father is now teaching that kid that that is an acceptable thing to do. I mentioned earlier that parties, smashing cake into people's faces is supposed to be socially acceptable. And I say supposed to be because a lot of people have that conception, especially guys, have that conception of, oh, this is a cool thing to do. Just smash the cake in the person's face or smash their face into the cake when they go down and blow out the candles. It's not. It's a shitty thing to do. you're ruining part of the food, which I'm a big food guy, so fuck you for that immediately. But you're also probably hurting them, smashing their face into basically a table, because you're going to go right through that cake. Some cakes have extra really hard plastic or paper stilts to hold it upright, so when you smash their head into it, you can break their nose, gouge out an eye. Such a dick move. And by doing all that, he's showing the kid that, hey, this is a cool thing to do. Do it to your girl when you're older. Do it to your daughter or child later on. Teach them this is cool. Hell, do it to your mother next time. It's your birthday. Do whatever you want. Hurt the people around you for the sake of your amusement. Isn't that good advice? So in conclusion, a good man is not going to put their child down. He will encourage them and teach them how to do something better or right, or go on the journey with them to learn with them and grow their bond together. A good man is not going to neglect or disregard their kid, putting his own selfish wants in front of their absolute needs for any reason, but especially not because he wants to spite somebody else who cares about that kid. And finally, a good man, a good father, is not going to teach their child to disrespect other people by smashing food into their face, among other actions, and also show them that it is okay to take a step back and not have everything be about you all the time. You can celebrate somebody else. But with that, we're at the end of the video, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch the whole thing. If you heard anything I said that you disagree with or you think that I missed when talking about these videos, please leave it in the comment section down below. I always love to read and respond to the comments, and it helps us grow together. And if any of you ever have a personal question you don't want to leave in the comments down below and you think that I'm able to help you, please send me a DM. The best way to do it is on Instagram. The channel name is the same as it is here, Bear the Goods. And in fact, that's for all social media if you don't use a particular platform but you still want to reach out to me. And remember to wake up tomorrow better than you were today.